Are you utilizing PDFs as a part of your lesson plan? Are all of your students able to access them? Hi, everyone. My name is Cheryl Farley, and I am an assistive technology consultant and owner of Adapt Tech Consulting. This video tutorial will highlight how to use the Texthelp PDF Reader to access PDFs. This video will show the tools available as part of the premium license of Read and Write for Google Chrome. In this example, I am going to show a math PDF that was assigned to a student in Google Classroom. When the student clicks on the assignment, this screen may open up. Students will click on the Open With arrow and select Read and Write for Google Chrome. This will open up the document in a new window for the PDF Texthelp reader. You can have your students set Read and Write as a default app by following these steps at the Google Drive homepage. You can go to support.google.com and search how to use Google Drive apps. Under Use and Manage Apps, under Open Files, you can follow the steps to make an app the default for opening certain types of files. If you do this, anytime a student opens a PDF from either their Google Classroom or their Google Drive, it will automatically open with the PDF reader. So now that the document is open in the PDF reader, let's take a look at some of the features. The first tool that I want to show you are the text-to-speech tools that you can use. The tools that you use will be dependent on if the document is a true PDF or if it is a scanned image that is saved as a PDF. In this example, this is a true PDF file, so the following text-to-speech tools will work. The first one I want to show you is the hover speech, and it's this first icon. The nice thing about Read and Write for Google Chrome is that whenever you hover over one of the icons, the name of the program will show up. So if you hover over the hover speech, it will say click to speak, and you just click on the icon, and you notice it grays out a little bit, and you now have a purple underline. Students then just click where they want to have their text read aloud.
Refine using mental addition and subtraction. Session 5. Apply it, solve the problems.
And students then use either the pause or the stop buttons to stop the text from reading aloud. Now, if you go to your settings icon and click on options and go to your speech, this is where students can adjust the voice, adjust the rate of speech, and also turn continuous reading on and off. When continuous reading is on, the program will keep reading until the user presses either the pause or the stop key. If continuous reading is turned off, it will only read a small section of the text and then it will stop and the student will have to continue clicking. So some students find it very distracting to have continuous reading on, while other students find it very time consuming to have to click on everything that they want to have read aloud. So just to let you know that they do have some control under their options speech. When students are done using that text-to-speech feature, they click on the icon again and the purple underline goes away. A second way to use the text-to-speech is with the traditional text-to-speech tools of play, pause, and stop. Here, students actually have to highlight some text and then click play.
Refine using mental addition and subtraction. Session 5. Apply it, solve the problems.
Now, because I have my continuous reading turned on, it will keep reading until I click on either the pause or the stop. So this is just another way that a student can access text to speech. Now, if this is an image PDF, you will usually get a message here at the top that will say no text was detected. And the reason why that is because when you are using a PDF that is an image, it's a picture. It doesn't see any text that is in there. So one of the workarounds is to use the screenshot reader. Students would click on that and they now have a plus sign. You draw a box around the text you want to have read aloud,
Refine using mental addition and subtraction.
and the text will be read aloud. This is using OCR or optical character recognition. It is a bit more time consuming because you do need to draw a box around all of the text that you want to have read aloud. And in this example, you have some images here, so you don't want that to get within the box or else it's going to try to read those images or drawings. So anytime that you can use a PDF that's a true PDF, it's always better for the students. So now that the student knows how to have the directions and questions read aloud, let's take a look at some of the annotation tools that you could use on this math sheet. So for question number 1, you can see that I have already put in 3 different ways that students could use their annotation tools. The first is a highlighting tool. Students click on the highlighter and a sub-menu shows up underneath. Students then highlight the answer with their mouse and then click on one of the colors to highlight the text. When students are done, they click on the highlighter tool again and the submenu goes away. Students can also use the freehand drawing tool. When they click on that, another submenu shows up. They can adjust the color and the thickness, and they can also erase. You'll notice when I come into my document, I have my plus sign again, and I can come and I can draw my circle that way. I can come into my erase feature and I can erase my red and I can erase my green. And then when I want to draw again, I click the eraser off and now I circle my answer. When you're done, you click on the tool and the submenu goes away. The third annotation tool is the shapes drawing. When you click on that, you get your submenu again where you can change your color. You can make the fill color, but I usually suggest if you're using it for multiple choice, you want it to stay transparent. And you can adjust the thickness. You also have your erase feature, so I can come in here and click on my eraser and erase my previous answer and come and click on my circle icon. I again have my plus and now I make my circle. With this feature, what you can do is when you then turn it off and you come back and click on the shape, you use the arrow, the plus arrows, to then move your circle into the location that you want it to be in. So those are 3 ways that you could answer multiple choice questions. Now, if I scroll down to question number 4, this is a short answer question. Students can use the typewriter feature to annotate. They click on the typewriter, I have my purple line underneath, and then they can click anywhere within the PDF. And I usually suggest that students just click anywhere within the document to do their answer first. Students have the option to use the word prediction feature to help them type,
B2.
and the text to speech feature within the word prediction box also works. Students can also use the speech to text program to have their text inserted. I am not sure what the answer is. And then when they click on it again, it will turn off. Now, as you can see, my text is really large. Students use the double A's to either enlarge or reduce the font size. They can also change the font color. They can also come in and use the text to speech tool
I am not sure what the answer is.
to have their work read aloud to them. Once students are happy with their answer, then they can use their plus arrow to move the text into the appropriate spot and click on the checkbox, and it will lock the answer in place. Students can always go back into the typewriter to make any corrections or to move the location. And if they wanted to just erase it completely and start again, they can click on the trash can icon and it will remove it completely. So I hope that you found this video tutorial helpful on how students can use the Texthelp PDF reader to have their PDF documents read aloud to them and to annotate within them. Thank you.